Hey guys, this is my second installment in my Albion Online money-making series, and today I will be focusing on faction transport missions. I've been doing faction content for a while, but up until now I haven't really been interested in doing the transport missions, but today I'm going to be giving them a shot to see how much silver per hour I can make. So to start, you're going to have to head over to the city's faction NPC. It's in a different spot in every city, but for my main city, Thetford, he's over in the east exit, past the repair station. Once you get to the NPC, you have to flag up for your faction before the trade missions tab will actually show up. This tab consists of contracts for each of the cities, and you can choose between minor, medium, or major contracts. But in this video, I think I'll be doing the major contracts only to show the higher end of the amounts of silver you'll be able to make. I'm going to go with the Fort Sterling and Limhurst contracts in this video so I can test the silver per hour of close and far trade missions. To buy a contract, you need to make sure you'll meet all of the requirements, and the first and most important is buying your city's local resource. There are two ways of doing this. The first is right here with the faction NPC. You can trade 3,000 faction points for one of that city's resource. This might be a good option if you don't have a lot of silver and you want to do some faction missions to get some points, and then you can use those to buy the resource that way. But if you do have a lot of silver, then you can just head over to the marketplace. Here in the Thetford marketplace, my city's local resource, Vineheart, is just under 48,000 silver. I usually put in a buy order and get about 30 at a time, which is enough to do 2 major transport missions. So this in total costs me about 1.5 million silver. And hopefully by the end, I'll be able to make all that back and then some. Now that I have my faction hearts, I'm going to head back to the NPC, and I'm going to start with a shorter mission to Fort Sterling. Before I start, I have to be able to hit the second requirement for trade missions, which is to stay below 100% weight. So to do this, I'll be using a Spectral Direboar as my mount and eating pork pie to increase my carry capacity. The rest of your build is kind of up to you, but I like to bring miner shoes in case I get dismounted. And as well as my weapon, I use Bloodletter, which is high mobility, and I can escape situations easier if necessary. Now that I've eaten the pork pie, I'm at the max weight requirement, and I'm ready to go, so I think I'm going to buy these major contracts to Fort Sterling, and I'm going to head out. While doing the missions, as long as you stick to the yellow and blue zones, no one usually bothers you, but in some cases I have had people dismount to try and scare me off. The great part about the Spectral Direboar is that it has an ability that turns you invisible for 5 seconds, so if anyone does this, you can just use that and juke them. One of the more important things to focus on while running through the mission is to avoid the open world mobs and not get hit. This will take you out of your gallop, and it makes you go a lot slower, so the less you do that, the faster you'll be able to do the missions. Now that we've made it to our destination, we are given another payload that we have to bring all the way back to the faction NPC in your home city. Alright, now that we've made it back to Thetford, we can turn in the transport mission and receive our reward of 18 mountain hearts. This run took just under 10 minutes, and as you can see here, the mountain hearts are worth about 870,000 silver. So we have made a profit of about 120,000 silver in just 10 minutes. This makes our hourly profit just about 720,000 silver for just these short transport missions. Next up, I'm going to be doing a little bit longer transport mission. This one will take me to Limhurst and yield 21 tree hearts, but I'll have to go all the way to Aspenwood, which will add 5 extra zones to my trip there and back. So I'm going to see if the extra 3 rewards will make my longer trip worth it. Right here you can see someone tried to dismount and catch us, but as long as you keep your distance and use the Direboar's invisibility, you can usually outrun them to the zone exit and keep going on your way. Now that we're back in Thetford, I can turn in the mission and receive my 21 tree hearts. This run took just about 20 minutes, and as you can see at the bottom right, the tree hearts are worth 1,040,000 silver. So we've made a profit of about 290,000 silver in 20 minutes. This brings our hourly profit to just about 870 silver for these longer transport missions. So, in conclusion, it seems you can make more money by doing the longer transport missions, and as long as you have the right gear and stay careful, you won't lose any of your faction hearts. I was surprised to see that it's possible to make almost 1,000,000 silver per hour with this method. It's not really my favorite activity to do, but if you just want to relax and watch a YouTube video or a stream on another monitor while you do it, it can be a nice way to make some extra silver without having to think too much about it. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, and hit the subscribe button if you're looking for some more Albion Online silver making guides. Thank you. Bye-bye.